Lafayette Jeff Baseball is on the air. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Kokomo Municipal Stadium. Lafayette Jefferson Broncos on the road for a North Central Conference tilt here at Municipal Stadium, home of the Kokomo Jackrabbits of the Pioneer League. My side, Chris Walker. And Chris, beautiful day for baseball. And, hey, we've been here before, but what a facility.
Very nice facility. Great day to play some baseball. Let's have some fun.
And this thing has been built up. They got number one going for Kokomo and Kyle Wade, and we've got our number one going in Chandler Ferguson. So we'll have to see what happens. Two right-handers. Beautiful day for baseball. Probably in the mid-50s. Probably going to cool down later on in the evening. But, hey, after that banner, this is a Reds fan talking now, Chris, but after that banner being raised in Wrigley Field, it's time to play some baseball here, full tilt.
Absolutely. I'm ready, Sweet Lou. It is baseball time.
Of course, Chris, keeping the airways busy with well, we're ready for baseball here. Stepping into the batter's box, ready to face right-hander Kyle Wade is Justin Walker. And like I said, this game's been built up. Number one versus number one here, North Central Conference. Big game. Of course, the sectional will be here later next month. There's a swing and a miss. This game's underway as Walker swings and misses. Of course, Justin playing shortstop, leadoff batter for the Broncos of Lafayette Jeff. Here's the next pitch. That's outside.
Oh, wow.
Delayed call. Speaking of umpires, behind the plate, Mr. Brad Sellers, and on the bases, Mr. Tom Walters. So,
well,
Chris in a hole 0-2.
If he's going to get that call, it's going to be a rough night.
Pitch outside 1-2. I think he looked up here. Your son looked up here and gave you a little wink there, Dad. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Got to protect that outside corner. They're going back over there.
Kyle Wade winds and delivers. Foul ball off to the left and out of play. Of course, I mentioned Municipal Stadium here, home of the Kokomo Jackrabbits. They'll be starting their 3rd season. It's a wood bat league that the Lafayette Jeff Aviators became a part of. They'll be starting their 2nd season. There's a swing and a miss. It looks like Wade may have taken something off his fastball there.
That was a nice breaking ball by Kyle Wade for strike 3.
So we've got 1 up, 1 down, and that'll bring up J.T. Williams batting right-handed against Kyle Wade. There's a swung on and missed.
Kyle Wade is the quarterback of the football team. Pitcher here for the baseball team. Really big body, big, strong kid.
0-1 pitch coming. Here it is. In there, inside corner for called strike 2. So I'd say Mr. Sellers has got to just hope he's consistent on the other side, too.
Yeah, it's a wide zone today.
There's a fly ball down the right field line giving chase, and that's foul by about 10 feet down the right field line.
Good job of J.T. Williams protecting the plate there.
Of course, I had, had quite a bit of baseball on. I had the Indianapolis Indians on my big screen on my computer. Boy, they went 11 innings and lost 1-0. And then, of course, we watched the banner go up out. They just did it right up there at Wrigley Field. They just did it right.
That was a really cool ceremony, Lou. Really cool.
Pop-up caught by the second baseman, Barberry, for the 2nd out here in the top of the 1st inning.
JT, looks like he got that maybe off the end of the bat. Little humpback line drive where Deshaun Barberry was able to come in and make the play for the 2nd out of the inning. 2 up, 2 down.
And that'll bring up the second baseman, Clay Bowman. First pitch swinging to the third baseman, Muncie over to first base, and the Broncos go quickly here in the first inning. We played a half an inning here from Municipal Stadium, home of the Jackrabbits of Kokomo. No score. Of course, the Wildcats will be headed over to Loeb Stadium tomorrow, weather permitting. I think there's just a slight chance. Of course, to finish the schedule, we'll have a makeup game Friday at Loeb Stadium against the Berries of Logansport. That game's at 6 o'clock. And then Saturday, again, weather permitting, the Broncos will head down 231 South and take on North Montgomery.
Interesting week of baseball, Sweet Lou. 4 or 5 games. Got to get off on the right track today. Hopefully Chandler Ferguson can bring his A game, keep these Kokomo Wildcats off the base pass, and keep them from scoring runs.
Broncos come in 5 wins, 1 loss, and 2 ties. Kokomo's only, they've only been able to play 2 games. They played a doubleheader Saturday here against South Bend. I think it was it Riley?
South Bend Riley. Yes, sir.
They swept the doubleheader against South Bend. So, well, got a few scouts.
Yeah, I
apparently
saw
down here behind home plate. I don't think we had as many as we had at Loeb Stadium the other day, Chris.
No, I think there's 7 or 8. I saw them down in the bullpen area when Chandler was warming up. See what he brings today.
Well, my Reds doing quite well at Pittsburgh. We'll see what happens. The bullpen was absolutely magnificent last night, and we'll see what they do tonight. Of course, the Cubs, again, they're going to have the day off today, and then big night tomorrow night at Wrigley Field.
It's a ring ceremony, isn't it?
What they say, 108 diamonds on there. Shoot your hand, you'll be flinching down like that on one side or the other, whatever side.
It's going to be hard to lift that thing, man.
So we're ready to go here in the bottom of the first inning. Chandler Ferguson is going to face the center fielder, Nate Hemmerich, a left-handed batter. First pitch from Ferguson, just outside. And
Sweet Lou, that must be down because he was given that far out in the top half of the first, so that must be down.
Getting a pitch outside. Yeah, they did call a strike here. Well, all I can say is early observation. He's going to be consistent. He's got a wide zone tonight.
It is definitely wide.
Ground ball foul down the left field line, out of play.
That ball was just foul. He just missed a double right there, Sweet Lou, even though Riley Potts is fairly close to the line.
Well, Chris, going from don't know how many times you did it. Obviously, probably not very many, but adjustment here for the infielders, even the whole team, going from grass to artificial surface. There's a good curveball, I think, for a swing and a miss as Hemmerich goes down swinging. But, I mean, what can you do here going from grass to, I mean, obviously get as many hits from the coaches to get the bounce.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where as a player, I think an infielder, you really like it because you know you're going to get a true hop on a ground ball. The thing is the speed of the ball. It's going to get on you faster. Outfielders, you have to understand that if that ball hits in front of you, you got to know how bouncy the turf is because all turfs play a little bit differently. So it's very important to take pre-game infield outfield seriously because there's going to be a situation in the game where you're going to get a hop where you weren't expecting it or you're not used to.
Right, almost right back to you. I heard you hollering over there at Purdue on Sunday. Had a couple headed your way.
I did.
Glad the net was there.
Net was right there, similar to this one, but the one over at Purdue covers the top of your head as well. This is a beautiful facility. 1
ball, 2 strikes. There's a ball down low and away. It gets past Christian Ferguson. Of course, nobody on base. So,
Sweet Lou, those are the ones. I know there's no one on base. I'd like to see Christian even on those still drop and block because if Cole Muncie swings at that, I mean that's a drop to third strike, and you want to work on dropping and blocking it. It's not going to hurt you to work on it.
1-2 pitch.
Good pitch.
Swung on and missed.
2 strikeouts in a row for Chandler. The breaking ball really looked sharp today so far early in the game. The Kokomo Wildcats aren't seeing it very well.
Well, that'll bring up Noah Herlock, the shortstop, batting right-handed. There, Chandler shaking off a pitch there. He doesn't do that very often.
Didn't like it
now
at all.
He steps off.
Yeah.
Yep, now he steps off. Now he winds and delivers. There's a swing and a miss.
Breaking ball. I think sometimes Chandler gets in that rut and he throws a lot of breaking balls. He feels really confident in it. And when it's early in a game and it's breaking like this, I understand why. Another one. That's 2 in a row to Herlock. And Herlock does not know where that ball is coming from and where it's going to end up.
0-2. Well, let's see what he does here.
My guess he's not even going to waste any time. He's going to go right back to it. Ooh, fastball.
Just outside, yep. Just outside for a ball. 1-2. Bases empty. 2 outs here. Bottom of the first inning. No score.
I'm certain it's coming here, Sweet Lou. Noah Herlock's got to know the game. Know a curveball's coming. There it is. And he missed
Swung on and missed. And Ferguson strikes out the side here to begin the ball game. So, pretty impressive so far here in the first inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. And after 1, we'll take a short audio break. You're watching Bronco Baseball here on the web. Sweet Lou, Jeff Luzader back here at Municipal Stadium, Kokomo. Broncos and the Wildcats here battling it out in North Central Conference play. And up to bat, face Kyle Wade is his counterpart, Chandler Ferguson. And Chandler first pitch swinging down the left field line foul. And we had mentioned even down to Tennessee, but except for the Logansport game, this guy's been on fire.
Yes, he has. Chandler is a free swinger, and I think to be successful, to hit with a high average and get a lot of hits in high school baseball, you have to be a free swinger. You can't give the umpires a chance to ring you up.
Herlock at shortstop makes the play. 1 up, 1 down. Hard hip ground ball. And that'll bring up third baseman Riley Potts. Of course, Riley with a no-hitter on Saturday against the Huntington North Vikings. We're real excited about this young man coming back after Tommy John surgery. He's looking really good. Here's the pitch to him, and he hits a ball into right field. Perkins over toward the line. He's got it.
Not a bad idea by Riley. Goes after the first pitch, gets a fastball. Just got under a little bit, lazy fly ball to Jack Perkins in right field for the second out of the inning. But back to your point, Potts has been his 3 starts. I mean, I've seen 2 of them, and I've been extremely impressed with his first 2. Well, with 2 of the starts that I saw, and that's a really bright spot for us going forward.
Well, 2 up, 2 down brings up Jay Siegel, the right fielder. First pitch swinging. A major league pop-up.
Yes, it is.
Muncie at third base. Now he's called off by Herlock at shortstop, and he makes the catch. So we're headed to the bottom of the second inning, no score. Now, just an observation here, Chris. Maybe it's been a pattern with us. Maybe Coach McTaggart's got a scouting report, but we're not messing around. We're going after that first pitch. Is that just because somebody's saying, hey, Wade's throwing a fastball, first pitch, go get it? Or
Well, I think in a situation like this, Kokomo's going to have really three premier arms. I think they consider Kyle Wade their number one, but like I said before, they have two pitchers, Jack Perkins, who is a top-notch arm who's committed to Louisville, then Baden Root, whom I guess may throw against us tomorrow, is committed to South Carolina in the SEC conference. So they have three premier arms. Those kind of guys, you don't want to wait till too deep in the count to see their secondary and their tertiary stuff. If you can get a fastball that you can see early in the count, I think it's smart to go after that, because once they get you down the hole, it's going to be a tough battle to get out of that hole.
I don't know, I'd said it before. Of course, it's been 40 years since I played, but I was always a patient guy, and of course the pitching wasn't as good as it is now. Especially with all, most pitchers have got 2-3 pitches that they normally throw, but usually just fastball and curve, and you were most of the time just guessing. But I just never wanted. I wanted a good look at it just to prepare for my second and third pitches. But this game's changed a little bit, so.
Well, that's why I think it's so important, Sweet Lou, when you're on deck and in the hole and in the dugout, it's very important to pay attention to the game. You should not, unless you're the leadoff hitter, you should not be surprised when you step in the batter's box. If you're paying attention, you should know what's going on. You should have your timing down and all that kind of good stuff so you can step in ready to hit.
Well, Chandler Ferguson ready to face 3, 4, 5, and 6 hitters here for the Wildcats. There's a called strike to right fielder Jack Perkins.
Another breaking ball. I was here early enough where I saw a lot of Kokomo's batting practice, and Jack Perkins and Baden Root were really hitting the ball well.
There's a base hit into center field, and as they say, there goes the no-hitter as Perkins, hard ground ball up the middle into center field. Got our first base runner.
Jack Perkins looks like he gets a fastball there, and he just takes it kind of a few steps to the second base side of the shortstop, up the middle for a base hit. So now we have a runner on base, no one out. There's your double play ball.
There's a 5.
Very nicely
4,
done. Riley Potts.
3 double play, and that looked like it was made to perfection there. Those guys have been working on that. So 5-4-3 double play, as they say, pitcher's best friend.
Yes, it is. I don't care what variety it comes in, but when you can get 2 outs of one swing of the bat, that is a pitcher's best friend. Good job, good pitch execution by Ferguson. Very nicely turned there by Riley Potts and Clay Bowman. 2 outs.
Designated hitter Baden Root, right-hander. First pitch swinging, and that's. I don't think I heard anything. I may have been swung on and missed, and then missed by Christian Sanders.
You're correct.
We've got the window open here. Beautiful. I'm telling you, if I get reincarnated, I want to do this for a living. This is a great place to watch a ball game.
Yes, it is.
No balls and 2 strikes now. Ferguson ahead. See what he does with Root here. 0-2 and 2 outs.
He's better location. He goes that curveball again. That last curveball was kind of hanging up on the inside corner of Baden Root. And like I said, the BP he took today, I think that's the only pitch he's going to be able to deposit out of the park left field. So if he keeps it away, he'll be okay.
Wind up in the pitch.
Good
The
pitch.
curveball hits the outside corner for called strike 3. And that's strikeout number 4 in 2 innings here for Chandler Ferguson. We played 2 complete innings here from Kokomo. No score between the Wildcats and the Lafayette Jefferson Broncos. Again, we talk about the Jackrabbits. They'll be starting their third season. And the same builder that built this stadium will be building one right at Loeb Stadium. Word has it that it's been delayed for a year, and it will not start till August of 2018, which will be after the Colt World Series in August, a year from this coming August. And then we should, I don't know the exact completion date. I know these guys had some issues with the federal government over here regarding drainage and all that good stuff that they had to work out, and there was some delay. But
tell you what, they delayed it just long enough to where they did it right. It is beautiful. It is. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Sweet Lou, isn't this where the sectional is going to be hosted this year?
Hey, you're exactly right.
I think that's a great choice.
Well,
great choice.
James Robinson was in here earlier, and there are some college teams that has played some games here early. And, of course, I mentioned something to the coach on the way. I know from their athletic director at Kokomo, they're getting new artificial surface on their football and getting a new track.
Wow.
So the band and of course, they'll be able to come out and practice on their football field for baseball. So this stuff's good for about 10 years, and then it's replaced. But, boy, it's sure nice to have around.
Yes, it is.
Well, here's Christian Sanders, catcher, and he swings and misses at the first pitch he sees from Kyle Wade.
Christian's got to really shorten up that swing, a really long swing. It's going to be difficult to get to the pitches of Kyle Wade with that long swing.
7, 8, 9 hitters for Jeff here in the top of the third. And there's a called strike. And we're going to have to wait on the right hand there of plate umpire because he just.
I think that was a silent strike.
Yeah, the ball hits a catcher's glove and he goes 1,001, 1,002. And then if it's a strike, he's getting the right hand out there. Pitch down low for a ball.
It's a good job back there by Josiah Bolton. That's a situation I was talking about earlier for Christian Sanders. Even when there's no one on base, I know it's a 1-2 situation, so it's extremely important. You have to instill that confidence in your pitcher that they can throw that breaking ball with 2 strikes in the dirt and feel that you're going to block it and be able to pick the ball up and throw him out at first base. Really good job by Josiah Bolton there.
Of course, the ball in the dirt's a little bit different on artificial surface than it would be at like at Loeb Stadium.
That's right. Nice.
There's a ground ball and there's a base hit into center field for Christian Sanders. So Sanders gets the first hit for the Broncos, and we even the hits now with the Wildcats of Kokomo.
Good job there by Christian. He got a breaking ball that he waited on, and he just kind of drove it back through the middle. Good job by Christian. Get him on base, and the even better thing is he's the catcher, so we get that courtesy runner on there, so we get some speed out there.
Is that?
That's looks like Clay Jones.
Clay Jones. Okay, we got courtesy runner Clay Jones running at first base. First time that Kyle Wade went from the stretch position. Brings up first baseman Nick Ewell batting left-handed. So if he can pull one, he's got a nice big hole on the right-hand side.
It's just a huge outfield out there.
Squares the bunt, takes outside. There's a throw down to first, and Jones is back.
We need to make this hurt, Sweet Lou. Find a way to get Clay Jones over to second base and take our chances with Nico Martin and Justin Walker. We have to find a way to get a run here. Give Chandler a little confidence going back to the mound.
Well, the way this is, a lot of times they build up a game and pitchers, and it never ends up that way. But this looks like it may do that.
No kidding. So far, so good.
There's a called strike to Ewell. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out. Runner on first base for Jeff here in the top of the third. There's no score.
Nick's got to get the job done here. He's asked to get this sacrifice down. He really needs to get it down.
Wade comes set. Here's the pitch. Here's a bunt attempt. And did it too
That's
hard.
Double play.
And there's a double play as that bunt put down by Ewell went right back to Wade. He needed to get that more toward third and not right back at the pitcher. So.
Wow, this seems a lot like the inning before, the half inning before. You get a man on base, and then he's erased with a double play. A little different variety here. You had the 1-6-3 this time.
Yep.
But, again, it was not very good execution by Nick Ewell. It's tough to bunt and get that bunt down, but You cannot, in that situation, bunt it right back to the pitcher, especially a pitcher with a good arm like Kyle Wade and is a good athlete, because Kyle Wade is normally their shortstop, I believe, when he doesn't pitch.
Well, artificial surface, you really got to – there's a pitch high and away to Nico Martin, the center fielder, to the number 9 batter in the Lafayette Jeff batting order. We can get Martin on here. He's got plenty of speed. Wind up in the pitch. And hits the outside corner for a called strike.
He is calling that pitch there, and it's just unhittable. I mean, guys, folks out there, I hate to sound like this, but it just frustrates the heck out of me to see. I mean, what some of these high school hitters have to go through. You just can't reach it, and if you're a good disciplined hitter, you're going to end up being in a hole because you take that like you're supposed to, but it's called a strike.
Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs on Nico Martin. Wade winds and delivers. That's outside. The catcher thought that was strike 3, and so did.
If that would have been called a strike, I'm telling you. I mean, that ball was in the right-handed batter's box.
Yep.
It really was. And they both wanted it. And what scares me about that is he's going to get that call.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed by Martin. He goes down swinging. So we played 2.5 here. No score. Each team with a hit. We'll see how that situation develops, Chris, because that, long as he's consistent. But like you said, that pitch is so far outside that it's unhittable. You can't hit it.
It's interesting. I was wanting to watch Coach McTaggart walk back and see if he would say anything to the umpire, but it's really a catch-22. I mean, do you put a plug in the umpire's ear to try to help your hitters? But what you don't want to do is make the umpire mad and not give that same call to your pitcher. So I think this is one of those situations where if you're Scott McTaggart, the head coach, you just kind of go with the flow. You just kind of stay quiet and let the things play out as they may. But it's going to be a tough day for hitters, and it appears to be much more so for the left-handed hitters. He's given a lot of outside corner to left-handed hitters right now.
Well, I did some umpiring in my day, and I, always wanted to get batters to swing, but not something like that, and not the bottom line, not get it so they're unable to hit the ball.
Exactly.
I want them to get up there and swing, and then let them know those pitches. And we'll wait and see what happens. I see what Justin does, because I think your son's a smart enough hitter. If he knows that pitch is coming, he may go the other way with it. We'll see.
Yeah, and that, of course, that's the approach. But the problem is, I just don't know if you can reach that. If you get all the way on top of the plate, and then if you're a smart pitcher, then you bust a man. And that one's right down the middle, and Chandler doesn't get the call.
Yep. Well, 7, 8, 9 hitters. Perry McCollum, number 15, the left fielder. It's a ground ball. There's Justin at second base, and he gets pulled off.
I think he just beat it. He kind of hit it off the end of the bat, and he's hustling down that baseline. And he just beat it.
Yep, we're going to get there. He's going to be credited with a hit. So base hit, leadoff man for the Wildcats, and that'll bring up how you pronounce that.
Quamil Belt.
Quamil, yeah. Quamil Belt, first baseman. Batting left-handed. Runner on first. Throw to first. Close play over there. Callum back safely.
Chandler's got really quick feet, which gives him a really good pickoff move.
1 ball, no strikes. Pitch outside, and that's off the glove of off the glove of Sanders, and into scoring position goes Belt. There's going to be a pass ball, wouldn't you think? Pass ball is going to be charged to Christian Sanders. That ball it was a little bit outside, but it wasn't like it was a wild pitch or anything. It was just, I don't know whether Christian was thinking about the runner or what, but anyway, McCollum now in scoring position. Pitch outside for a called strike.
Wow.
Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike.
And I'm telling you, even for the other side, I mean, like Camille Belt, the left-handed hitter, that pitch that he just called a strike on him, that was not even close. You got to give these kids a chance at the plate.
1 ball, 1 strike. Bunt attempt, and that's a good
Let
one.
it go foul. Good job.
Christian picks it up and it goes foul. Looks like it had a lot of English on it, and it spun around over towards the right-handed batter's box.
It did, Sweet Lou. Camille Bell, it looked like it was going to be a good bunt, but when it hit the turf, it had so much English on it, it went in foul territory. And good job by Christian Sanders by letting that ball bounce, because with Camille Bell running, you're going to have time to throw him out. Christian lets it bounce, and it goes foul. So good decision by Christian Sanders. Camille Bell's got to find a way to pull this ball to get his runner over to third base.
And 1 ball, 2 strikes.
They called a balk.
They just called a balk
Whoa.
on Chandler Ferguson, and McCallum goes over to third base.
I don't know what the...
So McCallum now over at third base on the balk. So
infielders thought they were going to come in, and Coach Matera said, no, we don't want to come in. So he's going to concede the run here.
There's a line drive, and
Good
that's
piece
going
of
to be
hitting.
caught.
Oh, and
by
he's not
Siegel.
tagging up. And he's not tagging up.
Wow. Boy, the Broncos just got a break as a well-hit ball off the bat of Belt to right field, and Jay Siegel catches up with it, makes the catch. So a break for the Broncos as Siegel makes the catch out in right field, holds the runner, McCallum, at third base.
Chandler Ferguson had Camille Belt way out in front on that, but Camille Belt is able to keep his bat in the zone long enough, and he hits a rocket out to deep right field. I mean, medium depth, but it's plenty deep enough to score. But Perry McCallum with a terrible base running play, he did not tag up. So now we have a runner on third with 1 out, and now the infield does come in. So good decision by Coach McTaggart.
Deshaun Barberry, second baseman, swings and misses.
Tell you what, Sweet Lou, this is a good opportunity for a suicide squeeze.
No balls, 1 strike. Yep. Ferguson now steps off.
We had a
Number 9 hitter, Barberry, for the Wildcats, and we get a strikeout here and hold this runner. 0-1 pitch. Ferguson. Down low.
must be low. We have a special guest that just stepped in the booth. Sweet Lou, Sean Smith, a pitcher at Peru, and I see Sean just dominated a team not too long ago. I saw reading on PBR a lot of strikeouts. I saw played for our team, our Indiana Prospects team this summer.
Nice pitch by Chandler. Looks like he took something off. 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Deshaun Barberry.
Yes, Sean Smith, Justin Walker, my son, and Riley Potts all played together this summer.
Now, we've got Christian moving the infield or outfield in a little bit. They think they're too deep. There's a swing and a miss.
Uh-oh. Oh,
They're going to throw to third base. And, yep, I agree with you. They may have missed out. I'm surprised Coach McTaggart hasn't come out because that ball did look like it hit the batter in the batter's box.
Here's the deal, though. On that play, Christian did everything right until he made it throw to third base. He saw it. The runner at third scared him a little bit, but Christian, he was not far enough off the base. Christian could have turned through, thrown to first, gotten the out, and then Nick Ewell can throw back to home to get the out there or keep the runner at third base. Now we're sitting in a situation where it's first and third with 1 out. The only good thing about this is a ground ball double play helps you out, but Nate Hemrick, the leadoff man, can run. Oh.
Throw to second base. Oh.
Oh, he may be.
And a wild sequence here as Barberry was stealing second base. The throw was cut off by Justin Walker. He threw to home.
Yep.
And then it was or no, he wasn't throwing to home. He ended up throwing, he did throw to home and ended up throwing back to third, and it got past Potts. So McCallum scores. We're going to credit Barberry with a stolen base. And then we're going to get
It's be an E6.
E6 on McCallum.
Allows
E6 on McCallum going home. Barberry now at third base. Went on the same air. Now they got a run down at third base, and Christian Sanders tags out Barberry, so he's out for the second out. So the pitch was made, and Barberry, I'm not sure, he got caught out in no man's land between third and home. And Christian Sanders threw it to Potts. Potts threw it back to Sanders, and he made the tag.
It was a suicide squeeze attempt, and it looked like Hemrick missed it, or maybe even a safety squeeze there, I'm sorry. And your base runner got a little bit too far off, got a little too anxious, and we were able to get it out there.
So 2 balls, 1 strike to the leadoff batter, Nate Hemmerich, center fielder. Count now 3-1. Ferguson winds and delivers. That's low, ball 4. So Hemmerich now on at first base. There are 2 outs, 1 run in. Kokomo leads by a score 1-0 and brings up Colt Muncie, the third baseman. So we need Ferguson to get in focus here. There's 2 outs. There's a pitch inside corner for a called strike.
Chris has got to make sure he's squeezing that ball there, Sweet Lou. This game's gotten a little ugly real quick. We got to get a wrap on this thing, get back to playing good, sound defense, and then try to get back in the dugout and score some runs.
Well, Coach McTaggart went out to the mound, and I'm sure he didn't let any of the players do any talking. He did all the talking.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Of course, I hate to bring it up. It reminds me of Game 4 from Tennessee, where we just kind of threw the ball all over the plate, had some mental errors. So
don't bring that up.
The only good thing, it did not end up in a loss, but no balls and 2 strikes now on Muncie. Now Chandler taking a little bit too much time.
Yes, they are. I think they're rattling. They're getting in Chandler's head a little bit.
Well, the coach talked about that at Tennessee in a couple of meetings. There's a ground ball. Potts at third base, over to first for the out, but the damage is done as the Wildcats of Kokomo come up with 1 run. And the end of 3 full innings here from Municipal Stadium in Kokomo. Sweet Lou, Jeff Luzader, along with Chris Walker. It's Kokomo 1, Lafayette Jeff 0. We'll take a short audio break. You're watching Bronco Baseball. Sweet Lou Jeffley's Adder back here at Municipal Stadium as we head into the top of the fourth inning. Broncos trailing the Kokomo Wildcats by a score of 1-0. Justin Walker, leadoff batter for Jeff. See if we can get him on base, get something started. There's a pitch on the outside corner from Kyle Wade for a called strike.
That outside corner has not changed. He's giving it to him. And Kyle Wade is a smart enough pitcher. He's going to continue to hit it.
Wind up in the pitch. Pop up down the right field line, giving chase as the third baseman, but that's foul as the third baseman, Muncie. There's quite a bit of room here in foul territory. Of course, the bullpens. Of course, wanted to mention it was kind of interesting, Chris. Last night they showed where the new bullpens are at Wrigley Field, and boy, unless you really have some binoculars to look in there, I don't know whether Pat's going to have to look in and see if anybody's warming up at all for the Cubs or the other team for that matter. Pitch outside, just outside.
You know, it's one of those things. It is outside, but we've seen him call that today, man. It's a tough day. See if he goes back to that fastball on the outside corner.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Kyle Wade winds and delivers just outside. And again, the catcher. And Wade's questioning the plate umpire.
Yep.
And he says it was outside.
When you get so used to getting that ball that's 6 inches outside, I mean, I guess you like it. Need Justin to get a ball in the gap here.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Swung on and missed. So 1 up, 1 down here in the first inning. Bring up J.T. Williams, the left fielder.
Got to put the ball in play.
Well, in the 7-inning game, the way you're going, we talked about it before, you're going to get about 3 chances.
That's right.
To get to this guy. We're only trailing 1-0. There's a swing and a miss. And you said it from the outset. This is a big game, both for both teams.
Yes, it is.
Know, 2 number ones. There's a foul ball off to the right now to play. Williams in a hole, 0-2. But Chris mentioned earlier the 2017 sectional will be played here in late May. Of course, a home-and-home series. Kokomo will come to Loeb Stadium tomorrow. There's a pitch up high for a ball. And we basically have Potts as our number 2.
Mm-hmm.
And you mentioned about their number two. So both teams have 2 bona fide 1 and 2 pitchers. Swung on and missed the inside. Williams strikes out. 2 up and 2 down. Brings up the second baseman, Clay Bowman. Wind up in the pitch. There's a check swing. They go to the first baseman and first base umpire, and he says he went around. So Bowman, no balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Base is empty here. We're in the top of the 4th. Kokomo leading by a score of 1-0. Called strike.
Wade is in a groove right now. He's getting whatever he wants over the plate. Good breaking ball, good fastball. He is completely in control right now.
You got that right. Wind up in the pitch. There's a ground ball. Herlock at shortstop over to first base. And the Broncos go quietly here. 1-2-3 here in the top of the 4th inning. Kokomo, 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. Jeff, no runs, 1 hit, 1 error. Kokomo will be sending up their 3, 4, and 5 hitters to face Chandler Ferguson. Municipal Gymnasium is just across the street here in center field where the Wildcats play their high school basketball games. And also in that building, the University of Indiana at Kokomo, or it's called IU Kokomo. And they're adding more. They're going to adding baseball here, not this spring, but next spring they're going to have baseball. So they're growing leaps and bounds. They've had girls and boys basketball. It's just down the hallway from. In fact, I watched the girls regional this year at 10 o'clock and 12:30, and they had a girls game and a boys college game down the hallway, and I went down there in between games. I'm not sure how many they can put in here, but of course there's no seats in the outfield. It's mostly just around basically third base to first base. But
I think I saw capacity is like 4,000 is what
4,000,
they list for here. But I'm guessing you can get with all the concourse area, sidewalk area. I'm sure you can pile them in here if you need to.
Well, we head into the bottom of the fourth inning. Broncos trailing 1-0. As I mentioned, 3, 4, and 5 hitters. Noah Herlock, the shortstop, batting right-handed to face Chandler Ferguson. He swings and misses as the first pitch.
Noah struck out in his first at-bat, and Chandler goes right back to the memory bank, starts him off with a breaking ball, and Noah does not like that Ferguson curveball.
Wind up in the pitch.
Yes,
Check
he did.
swing, and the plate umpire said he went around too far. Of course, our only loss was a week ago today, as we lost 2-0 at Logansport. Riley Potts on the mound pitched a heck of a game, but just couldn't get any run support. And then, of course, the next day the game was rained out and will be made up this Friday. Pitch inside for a ball.
Looked like Chandler tried to throw another breaking ball there, and it just kind of slipped out of his hand and stayed up.
2 balls, 2 strikes now to Herlock. Foul ball off to the right. Of course, I mentioned the Jackrabbits play here. They play 60 games during the summer months, 30 on the road and 30 here at Municipal Stadium.
Good pitch.
Pitch on the outside corner for called strike 3 and gets Herlock looking.
Caught him looking, surprised him. I think Herlock is looking for a breaking ball there, and Chandler throws a hard fastball. It's a great pitch by Ferguson.
Well, that brings up the cleanup batter, Jack Perkins, right fielder.
Singled in his first at-bat.
Wind up in the pitch. There's a curveball on the outside corner for a called strike.
Chandler's got 5 strikeouts on the day.
Well, I like him getting ahead of the hitter. I've been a pitcher myself. I always like getting ahead of the hitters.
I think that would have been worth a check down to the first base umpire. I don't think Jack Perkins went, but that's still worth a check.
1 ball, 1 strike. There's a line drive into center field, but right at Nico Martin for out number 2. So good wood on that ball from Perkins.
Yeah, he did.
But he hit it right at Nico Martin and straight away center field.
Yeah, it's little. You see Jack Perkins walk past him, ran past him out. I'm sure he said something to Chandler. Jack Perkins, Chandler Ferguson, and Justin Walker played together in the fall as part of Team Indiana, so they all know each other.
There's a called strike to Ferguson's counterpart, Kyle Wade, batting right-handed.
Big, strong right-handed hitter.
Hits that ball down the left field line, but it's way out of play.
That's the one. Chandler's got to make sure if he's going to throw that breaking ball, especially now ahead in the count, he's got to stay on top of it. Don't leave it on the middle of the plate.
0-2 pitch. Here it comes. There's a ground
pitch
ball
off the
to
end of the
Bowman
bat.
at second base.
Good job.
That ball hit off the end of the bat, and the Wildcats go quietly. So we've completed 4 innings of plays. This game is moving
Yes, it is.
Rapidly. Kokomo leads the Jeff Broncos by a score of 1-0. We've got 4 innings in the book, 3 to go, and we haven't even played an hour yet. Starting to cool down a little bit here in Kokomo. Broncos will be sending up 4, 5, and 6 hitters here in the top of the 5th inning against right-hander Kyle Wade. Of course, the Broncos had handled the Wildcats the last few years. They've got a nice ball club here in 2017.
Yeah, I've talked about it quite a bit. This junior class for Kokomo is extremely talented, and for whatever reason, the last couple of years they have not won, and it hadn't matched kind of the talent that they possess. And Kyle Wade kind of took the bull by the horns today and said, "Give me the ball, coach. I'm gonna throw a great game, keep us in this thing." And so far, he's done that, and he's one of those juniors.
Well, 4, 5, and 6 hitters, as I mentioned, for the Broncos. Chandler Ferguson is going to be leading off. So see if Chandler can help himself here as we begin the top of the 5th inning. Kokomo leading by a score of 1-0.
Chandler's been swinging a really hot bat, ground out to shortstop his first at bat, but need Chandler to find his way on base here.
Ground ball.
I think he may do that.
In the hole, deep throw, not handled by Belt at first base. And we'll see what they score that.
They gave him a hit.
Give him a hit?
Yep.
All right, so a base hit, a leadoff hit to boot here in the top of the 5th inning.
What happened was you had a hard ground ball hitting the hole. Noah Herlight got there in time, made a good strong throw, but it kind of one-hopped from Mile Belt, and he couldn't hold on to it. Gives Lafayette Jeff their second hit of the game.
Again, we got looks like we got Jones again running, courtesy runner at first base.
No, I think that looks like Connor Hamilton.
Hamilton,
there.
Okay.
Let's see. He gets off, I can tell. Yeah, that's Connor.
Riley Potts ready to step into the batter's box.
Riley's really good at hitting the ball the other opposite
Throw
field.
to first, and Hamilton back.
I'd like to see Coach McTaggart maybe put him in motion, maybe a hit and run or something like that.
I'd like to see Riley come up with a hit here, at least get base hit, get that runner over to first base with nobody out.
Absolutely.
Here's the pitch, bunt attempt, and that's to the right, hits the screen.
Coach McTaggart's not really happy. You can tell by the body language down there.
No balls, 1 strike, nobody out here in the top of the 5th. Broncos have a leadoff runner at first base. Stretch in the pitch. Swung on and missed by Potts, and he's now in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. Jay Siegel, the right fielder, in the on-deck circle for Jeff.
0-2, Riley's got a battle here. Battle, find a way. Kind of needs to get another step on that leadoff to try to break up a double play, break up that force at second base.
Potts swings and misses, and he goes down swinging for the first out. So Wade with a strikeout here. The runner on first base, 1 out here in the 5th. That'll bring up the right fielder, Jay Siegel, batting right-handed. Decent lead over at first for Hamilton. He's getting off a little bit more over there now. The bunt attempt down the first baseline, and it is a good one. As Belt makes the play, and the Broncos now have a runner in scoring position in Hamilton, so a good sacrifice by Jay Siegel.
Well, I don't think you give him a sacrifice in that situation, Sweet Lou, with an
Don't
out
think so?
already. No, you wouldn't give him a
Okay.
sacrifice
All right.
there. So it's a tough situation. I mean, you give up an out to get a guy in scoring position, and Christian Sanders, who hadn't swung it all that great so far this year, but he does have one of the 2 hits that we have in the game so far. So we need Christian to come up big here and pick us up.
So no sacrifice. We do have Hamilton at second base, and it'll bring up Christian Sanders. Sanders with a base hit up the middle. First hit for the Broncos.
Need Christian to come up big here.
Like to see him duplicate what he did the first time up the bat.
Absolutely.
Now Sanders steps out of the batter's box. Decent lead out at second for Hamilton, stretched by Wade. Here's the pitch. A foul ball, good swing, but off to the right, out of play. But he got good wood on that pitch.
You're right on, Sweet Lou. Christian's taking really good swing right there. Christian must be seeing the ball really well off of Kyle Wade.
No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the 5th. Stretching the pitch. Just low and away. It must have been low because it was there. And again, Wade asking the plate umpire where it was. It was just outside.
You know, and what's interesting is, I mean, it really was off the plate, but he's been so generous with the other side of the plate, the other corner for left-handers. Kyle would expect to get it for a righty as well. Oh,
there's a pitch. It's high and inside. 2 balls a strike now. Again, Hamilton on at second base for Jeff.
I think Christian's sitting in a good spot here. You got to think fastball. 2-1 count here. I'm sitting dead red fastball. If he throws me the breaking ball, I just take it and I fight from there. But if I get the fastball, I'm going to get my barrel to it and hit it hard somewhere.
2 balls a strike on Christian Sanders. Good lead by Hamilton. Now Wade. Now time called by Sanders. Hamilton kind of bebopping around out there on second base, trying to upset the rhythm by the right-hander Kyle Wade.
Yeah, I think Connor did get in Kyle Wade's head a little bit there, but Connor's got to be careful. He don't want to be in Christian's eyesight, messing him up.
Pitch down low for a ball. 3 balls and a strike.
And that's exactly what Christian did. Christian got a 2-1 breaking ball there, and he just spit on it. I mean, and it was a low, so good thing is now you're sitting 3-1. In this situation, you're absolutely looking dead red fastball. But knowing Kyle Wade, he's probably going to try to hit the outside corner. So look for something middle away that you can drive over to second base instead for a line drive base hit.
The outfielders are a little bit shallow. If he can get in the gap, he could run for a while. There's a pitch on the outside corner for a called strike, and we're run the gamut here. Christian Sanders now facing a 3-2 count.
That was a 3-1 breaking ball by Kyle Wade. He's pitching today, folks. To be able to do that as a high school pitcher, have that much confidence in your ability, and Christian Sanders, the 7-hitter, you're throwing 3-1 breaking ball. That's impressive.
3-2 pitch, 2 outs. Now Sanders steps out.
The problem with that as a hitter is now you're really messed up, because if he throws you a 3-1 breaking ball, that tells me he'll throw you a 3-2 breaking ball. But will Kyle Wade double up? Will he throw 2 curveballs in a row, or will he go fastball hard in to try to freeze and tie Christian Sanders up?
Well, we're going to find out what happens right here. 3-2 pitch.
Fastball.
Swung on and missed, and Sanders goes down swinging. Broncos leave a runner at second base. Opportunity goes awry. We played 4.5, and we got a good one here. Don't go away, everybody. Kokomo Wildcats 1, and Lafayette Jeff 0. Kokomo will be sending their 6, 7, and 8 hitters up to bat. We'll take a short audio break. You're watching Bronco Baseball. Sweet Lou Jeff Luzatter back here on the World Wide Web from Municipal Stadium in Kokomo. North Central Conference battle here between the Kokomo Wildcats and the Lafayette Jefferson Broncos. And through 4.5, Kokomo leading the Broncos by a score of 1-0. 6, 7, and 8 hitters for the Wildcats. Brandon Root, the designated hitter, steps into the batter's box to face right-hander Chandler Ferguson.
Being Root, like I said, took a really impressive batting practice today. Chandler's going to make quality pitches.
He looks like to me he's right on the plate, though. I mean,
he is.
He is right on the plate. If you can get that ball inside.
And that's what Chandler tried to do right there, Sweet Lou. And I think Baden Root is smart because he's trying to take away that breaking ball.
There's a hard-hit ground ball to the shortstop. Over to first. Nice recovery there by Justin Ferguson. 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, Justin let that ball get in too deep on him, and it took a hop. You got to field that out front and work through the baseball. He kind of got handcuffed a little bit there, and it beat him up, but he was able to recover and make a strong throw over to first base.
1 up, 1 down. That'll bring up Perry McCullum, the left fielder, right-handed batter. First pitch swinging, and he fouls back to the backstop. Boy, Mr. Belt is a big boy.
Big boy. Yes, he is.
Belt got that foul ball behind the plate. There's a swing and a miss. Chandler ahead 0-2. We've got a dandy here. North Central Conference battle here from Municipal Stadium. 1-0. Kokomo on top.
Good
There's
pitch.
A curveball. Hits the outside corner for called strike 3.
That breaking ball is nasty from Ferguson today.
So quickly 2 outs, and that'll bring up Quamela Belt, the first baseman.
I think that's 7 strikeouts there for Chandler today, Sweet Lou.
Quamela, if he could get a hold of one, he could hit a long way. Pitch on the outside corner for a called strike from Chandler Ferguson.
Ferguson looks good, man. He's got a nice little pace about himself today.
Pitch too far outside for a ball. Evens the count 1-1. Of course, these two will be right back at each other tomorrow at Loeb Stadium. Game time 6 o'clock. We'll have that game here on the web. 1-1 pitch and just a little bit low.
Wow. I think you're right, Sweet Lou. I think it was just a little bit low because as far as it was outside, I think he would have given that call if it was up some more.
2 balls a strike.
Good pitch.
There's a called strike on the outside again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs.
That breaking ball looks really good today.
Now Ferguson with a 2-2. Ground ball right back to Chandler. Throws over to Nick Ewell for the out. And the Wildcats go quietly here. We've played 5 complete from Municipal Stadium here, home of the Kokomo Jackrabbits. It's the Kokomo Wildcats 1, Lafayette Jeff 0. We'll take a short audio break. You're watching Bronco baseball here on the web. Sweet Lou Jeff Luzatter back at Kokomo at Municipal Stadium. As We head into the top of the sixth inning. Broncos 2 more chances here, trailing the Kokomo Wildcats by a score of 1-0. 8-9-1 for Jeff. Nick Ewell, a first baseman, batting left-handed. First pitch swinging, a pop-up in the infield. Now it's in foul territory. And the third baseman, Muncie, makes the catch for the Wildcats. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Nick Ewell went after the first fastball he saw and hit a lazy fly ball. The third baseman was able to put away for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up a pinch hitter for Lafayette. It's going to be Bryce Marcus.
Marcus now batting for Martin. Marcus batting right-handed. Broncos, Lafayette Jeff just need a base runner here. Number 9 hitter in the batting order. Now Kyle Wade winds and delivers. First pitch swinging, and that's hit right into center field. Backing is Hemmerich, and again, first pitch swinging is Marcus, and he hits it on the numbers, but right at the center fielder.
That ball was hit really well by Bryce Marcus. He's been, it's the toughest thing to do, pinch hit late in the game of baseball. He's sent over to the bench cold, and coach asked him to come in this situation and swing it, and he hit it hard.
Now brings up the leadoff man, shortstop Justin Walker. Pitch down low for a ball.
We need Justin to find a way, Sweet Lou, to get to second base. We need him to get to second base some kind of way and take our chance to see if we can get him in from there. Look for a fastball here, something you can square up, try to hit in the gap.
Now the left fielder is a little bit shallow, but both center and right field are playing pretty well squared away, possibly a little bit toward the right side. See if Justin takes a pitch outside for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes.
Huge
2 out,
pitch.
bases empty. Big pitch here coming to Justin.
Yes, it is.
Pitch on the outside for a called strike.
Wow. That's just it's just not it's not fair, man. You can't hit it. You just can't. There's nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do with it, or nothing you can do about it.
2 balls, 1 strike. Wade winds and delivers. Swing and a miss by Walker.
Justin,
Evens the count 2-2.
I've never seen him swing and miss so much. He's not. I don't know if he's seeing a ball really well today. Just doesn't look. He doesn't look comfortable at the plate. Just doesn't.
2-2. Here's the pitch. Ground ball foul down the right field line.
Seems to be off balance quite a bit. Just does not look comfortable at the plate to me today.
Count still 2-2. The 2 outs on number 2, Justin Walker. Broncos need a base runner.
Yes, we do.
Top of the 6th inning, 1-0. There's a fly ball, pretty well hit in the right center field, but the right fielder, Perkins, headed it over, and he's got it for the out. So the Broncos out here in the 6th inning. And we played 5 1/2, still 1-0 in favor of the Wildcats of Kokomo. Broncos have one more chance. 9-1-2 coming up for the Wildcats of Kokomo. Again, I remind you, tomorrow Kokomo will be at Loeb Stadium. Game time 6 o'clock. Broncos will take Thursday off, and then Friday we will host the Logan Sport Berries in a makeup game from last Wednesday as the game was rained out. Short night on Friday after Logan Sport game as we get up, head down 231 to North Montgomery, 11 o'clock first pitch, 11 a.m. first pitch. You know, you look at some of those, some of the rankings, some of the teams. Of course, a couple polls out there. PBR's got a poll, and then the UPI poll. But it's amazing how we've played as many games as we had. Of course, we had an advantage going south, but it's amazing some of the games. Well, Kokomo, as example, they played 2 games. We had played 8 already, you know. So you look down through the ratings there and see how many games each one of them teams has played. It's kind of amazing.
It is. How do you rank teams this early when there's such a disparity in the number of games played for each team?
I mean, you can say all you want about talent, and on paper, Kokomo looks really good, but you still have to come out here between the white lines and play this great game.
And it looks like they got the fireballer Jack Perkins down in the bullpen warming up to potentially come in to close it out.
So here we go. Bottom of the 6th inning. Deshaun Barberry, number 9 batter in the batting order, playing second base. Takes a ball outside, ball 1. Again, there's ball 2, and what we don't not want to happen is a base runner here for Kokomo. We want to leave the score right where it is at 1-0.
That is correct, Sweet Lou. Cannot have a leadoff walk here.
Line shot down the right field line, and that's out of play.
That ball smoked.
Got a little playground down the right field line, and there's got some grass area between that playground and the fence. Kids better be paying attention. That ball about hit somebody. There's a pitch up high, 3-1 now.
I think they have a netting over there to help protect some of it, but I don't think it's totally enclosed over there.
Ferguson, 3-1 pitch. Here it is, and that's inside, ball 4. That's exactly what we did not want to have happen.
Say that again. Chandler's second walk of the day.
So a walk to the number 9 batter in the batting order. Brings up the leadoff man, center fielder Nate Hemmerich. And we'll see what Kokomo has in mind here. Pretty good lead at first base. Bunt attempt.
Ooh,
that's just
a really
high.
good
That looked like a
pitch.
pretty good pitch, and I
Yes,
think
it
Ferguson
did.
thought it was a good pitch.
Wonder if Christian kind of jumped up and blocked the umpire's vision there, but that looked like a pretty good pitch, Sweetley. You're right on.
I think you're right on with him. Ferguson jumping up, and they're close play at first base, and Barberry back. But I think Christian jumped up and blocked the view of the home plate umpire. 1 ball, no strikes. Again, a bunt attempt. Potts has it at third. He goes to first base and throws it down the right field line. Siegel gets it, and they're going to hold up Barberry. So that's going to be an error all the way on Riley Potts.
E5 puts runners on second and third. I mean, Riley did everything well on that, fielded it cleanly, and then just kind of threw a sinker over to Nick Ewell that Nick wasn't able to handle. So now you're going to have runners on second and third with no outs, with your number 2 hitter up. The infield is drawn in. Gives the hitter a lot of holes to hit the ball through.
Wind up in the pitch. There's a foul ball off to the right and out of play, and Chandler Ferguson will see what he's made of here.
Absolutely.
Second error committed by the Broncos in this game. Barberry on third, Hemmerich on second. No balls, 1 strike, nobody out. There's a check swing, and a home plate umpire said he went too far.
This is when, as a pitcher, you got to have strikeouts. You can't have the ball put in play. Got to have strikeouts.
Here's the windup in the pitch, and that's down low for a ball. Muncie almost, he was practice swinging there, and I thought he was going to get Sanders. Here's a pitch just outside low, 2-2. So again, we're going to see what Chandler Ferguson's made up here. He's ready to go already, and Muncie's not even in the batter's box. 2-2 count. Here it is. Ground ball, and that's at Potts. He's going to throw to first base. He is safe.
Wow. That's one of those plays where it's a hard ground ball, a chopper, I should say, where Riley Potts at third base has to step back, and he fields it, And I think he had to be out there at first base. The umpire, he threw a one-hopper. Nick Buell picks it, but the umpire said he's safe. He said he beat it. But what happens is now you have the bases loaded with no outs. So the infield fly rule will be in effect here. But you're sitting with the number 3 hitter, Noah Hurlock, who's over 2 with 2 strikeouts. But it's a tough situation for the Broncos here.
Well, they credit Muncie with an infield single, bases loaded, swung on and missed by the number 3 batter in the batting order, shortstop Noah Hurlock. And Ferguson in a real jam here. No place to put anybody.
Yes, he is.
Bases loaded. Broncos trailing 1-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. There's a ground ball, foul. And Chandler ahead 0-2 to the number 3 batter in the batting order. Big opportunity here for Kokomo if they could get a base hit here and knock a couple in, but Broncos need to knuckle down here.
Nice
Swung
job.
on and missed. Nice pitch by Ferguson.
Now this is going to be the biggest at-bat in the game right here. Jack Perkins has taken 2 really good swings off of Chandler. He's had a base hit in his first at-bat, line drive to the center fielder in his second at-bat. But the situation, folks, is here we are in the bottom of the 6th. It's a 1-0 game Kokomo. Bases loaded with 1 out. Infield is still drawn in.
Here's the windup of the pitch. Swung on and missed. Mr. Perkins was trying to hit that flag out there on the scoreboard with that swing.
Yes, he was.
Bases jammed here. Big
got too
line
much to the
drive
plate.
as the infield was drawn
Too much to the
in.
plate.
Into center field. Barberry comes in. Here comes Hemorrhage in, and it's now 3-0. As Perkins, the right fielder, with a 2 RBI single into center field. And Kokomo now leads 3-0.
Said Jack Perkins has been the one in the lineup that you don't want to see there, and like I said, he's seeing the ball well. I think Chandler left the breaking ball middle in, and Jack did not miss it.
Muncie moves over to third base on the throw. Runners on the corners. 1 out. Brings up pitcher Kyle Wade, the number 5 batter in the batting order. This inning's not over yet, but any kind of ground ball or ball and hit in the outfield could get another run for the Wildcats. 2 runs in here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Kokomo leads 3-0. Ferguson. Here's the pitch. Runner at second going. Swung on and missed. Throw down. Now they've got the runner, Muncie. Throw at the plate. He is out of there. So tried to get a double steal, I think. Perkins did go ahead and round third base. So we're going to credit on the pitch. We're going to credit Perkins with a stolen base. And we're going to get Muncie out at home trying to steal.
And a 2-4-2 put out, I think, that went.
And then Perkins moved over to third base.
Yes.
One ball, 1 strike now on Wade. Three balls and 1 strike now. There are 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 2 runs in. Kokomo leading 3-0. Ferguson from the windup. Here's the pitch. That's a wild one, and it bounces back.
Wow.
I guess that was ball 4. So a lucky break there.
Yes, it was.
Kind of reminds me of that stadium we played in down in Tennessee, because we got, as the ball hit the backstop here, we got a pinch runner for Wade, or a courtesy runner, number 1.
We did get lucky there, Sweet Lou, as you called it. What happened was Chandler threw kind of a wild pitch, although it was ball 4, but it hit off that backstop, which I don't know if it's padded. Like, we can't tell from our angle, but I can't imagine if it's padded. It's a really good pad because it came ricocheting right back to to the catcher, Christian Sanders, which did not allow to run on third base to score.
Yeah, that could have been run number 4 for Kokomo. So
Exactly.
We got a break there. Puts on Perkins on third. Pinch runner Herlock on at first base. 2 outs. Pitch inside for a ball as Chandler Ferguson has to go back to the stretch position.
Baden Root trying to lean into that breaking ball there by Chandler Ferguson.
There he swings and misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pretty good lead at first base by Herlock. There's a swing and a miss.
Just blew that fastball right by Baden Root. Now Chandler's got a couple options. He can go with the breaking ball again. If he makes a quality pitch with the breaking ball, he can get him there. And I also think he can dial up that fastball again if he goes high and tight and throw it by Baden. But if he throws a breaking ball, he needs to make sure he stays on top of it.
1-2 pitch. Here it is.
And
There's
he did.
a line
He
drive,
left it over the
base
inside
hit.
part of the plate.
Base hit in the left field. That's going to score Perkins with the 3rd run of the inning, 4th run overall. That's now 5 hits now for the Wildcats of Kokomo.
See, that's what I'm talking about. So when Chandler gets into trouble, that breaking ball, and it usually happens late in the game, it kind of flattens out and he leaves it over the middle of the plate. That's the only pitch that Baden Root is going to hit in that situation. And Chandler left it up there for him, and he took care of it.
Yeah, we've got another pinch runner. We've got a pinch runner now. It's number 5 running for Root at first base. Brian Harding now running at first base. So Herlock at second, Harding at first base, 2 outs. The number 5 batter, Perry McCollum, the left fielder, right-hander. Ferguson from the stretch position. Foul ball off to the right, now to play.
McCollum's 1 for 2 on the day. Single back in the 3rd, and a strikeout looking in the 5th.
4-0, Kokomo on top here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 3 runs in here in the bottom of the 6th. Now throw back to second, and Herlock back as Bowman tried to sneak in from second base. 0-1 pitch. Time called at home plate.
Took away a nice fastball strike from Ferguson there, Sweet Lou.
Now Ferguson ready for the 0-1. Here it is. Outside for a ball. Evens the count 1-1, 2 outs. Ferguson 2-0 record-wise on the season. 1-1 pitch. Here it is. There's a line shot foul. That's out of the ballpark.
Yeah, that ball's hit well, just foul. He got a lot of good barrel on that pitch, but plenty foul.
Well, as Chris mentioned, a lot of room here. 330 down the left field line, 348 in the power alley, 400 dead center. 369 to right power alley, and 330 down the right field line. Here's the pitch. That's high for a ball off the glove, and both runners are going to be able to move up.
That's happening too much, Sweet Lou.
Well, going to be another pass ball. Ball just hit in the glove and then bounced out of Sanders' glove.
It did.
Both runners in scoring position. Ferguson 2-2 with 2 out. He can go from the windup now and does. Now a time again called.
That's way too late. You cannot grant him time that late.
Absolutely.
He was well into his windup on that play, on that pitch.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Foul ball to the right. Screen out of play. McCallum, the number 7 batter in Kokomo Wildcats batting order. Now Ferguson, here's the pitch. Again, looks like McCollum was reaching for that one. Just got a piece of it.
It's a good battle, good spoil there by Perry McCollum there. Chandler's working hard, throws a really good breaking ball, really good 2-2 breaking ball. McCollum's able to foul it off and fight it off to live to fight another day. 2-2 count here, runners on second, third with 2 outs.
There's a pitch in there for called strike 3, and the inning is over, but the damage is done as Kokomo comes up with 3 runs. There was an error, 2 runners left, and we head to the 7th inning. Last chance for the Broncos as Kokomo Wildcats lead by a score of 4-0. So the Broncos had their work cut out. 2, 3, and 4 hitters against Kyle Wade. Wade trying to go the distance here.
Wade has looked really good in this game.
Well, the old saying, it's never over till it's over. It's not impossible here, but the Broncos got their work cut out for them.
Yes, they do.
Bullpens are quiet. Jalen Williams, or JT we call him, is going to be the first batter. We do need a base runner here to get something started. You're not going to, one thing for sure, Chris, you're not going to get it all 4 runs on one swing. You're going to have to go station to station.
Very well said, Sweet Lou. You have to get up there and see some pitches, make Wade throw strikes, but he hadn't had a problem throwing strikes today, so you got to find some base runners some kind of way and see if we can get a late rally here.
Now the Broncos down their last inning here, three outs, but not impossible, trailing 4-0. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Kokomo. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 errors for Jeff. Williams ready to face Kyle Wade. He winds and delivers. The pitch up high for a ball.
Ball 1. JT sees a fastball high. Find a way to get on base here.
Foul ball off the end of the bat.
Kind of surprised he's swinging there, but I think you need to check that ball. Hit that off the end of the bat. There's no way you can allow that ball to be thrown, stay in the game. You got to throw that to the catcher. The umpire at least has to take a look at it. I don't know. I didn't see if the first base umpire looked at it, but if I'm a hitter, I'm asking, I'm demanding. Take a look at that baseball.
1 ball, 1 strike. Swung on and missed. Of course, they had watching my Twitter account today, and they had a question come up. How long is the life of a Major League Baseball?
Not very.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Foul ball over our heads to the right, now to play.
JT battled there. Went down low to get a fastball to fight it off in foul territory. 1-2 count. Top of 7. Broncos down 4-0.
1-2 pitch. Ground ball.
It's going to be a tough play.
Third baseman Muncie over to
Nice
first
job.
for the first out. And I've said it for Jeff, but I'll say it here just to be realistic. To get that first out of an inning makes a whole lot of difference.
Yes, it does.
Number 3 batter, Clay Bowman for the Broncos. 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. There's a called strike on the outside.
Man, Wade is just really sharp here. Really sharp.
Now Wade winds and delivers. Line shot into center field for a base hit. And that'll be the 3rd hit now for the Broncos, and they do have a base runner.
That's a good start, Clay. We'll take it.
So 1 out, Clay Bowman on at first base. Now to bring up Chandler Ferguson.
Chandler has one of the hits today. Hit a ball in the hole of shortstop. Kamel Belt was not able to pick the ball out of dirt. Chandler, and he gave Chandler a hit. He Chandler to sting one here.
It's a
Good
line
job.
drive in the hole in the left field for a base hit. So the Broncos, 2 consecutive singles, 1 to center, 1 to left. We have ducks on the pond here. Brings up Riley Potts.
That's one of those situations. Again, Kyle Wade left the breaking ball up and in, and Chandler didn't miss it. Drives it hard, a line drive in between shortstop and the third baseman. 2 men on here in the top of the 7th with 1 out.
Pitch coach for Kokomo out to have a word with his infield, and now he's pitcher here. Now he's headed back to the dugout. Riley Potts steps into the batter's box. Now Kyle Wade's wanting a new baseball. We've got Bowman on at second, Ferguson on at first base, 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Ferguson not being held on. There's a line drive, and that caught.
Oh, it
right,
dropped. He
drops.
dropped. Oh, man, this is going to be a double play. That's going to be maybe a double play. This game's going to be over. Someone's going to be out. I don't know who's. The umpires are confused. Line drive hit to Jack Perkins. The umpires are completely confused here, and so am I. Line drive hit to Jack Perkins. I'm not sure if he caught it or dropped it, but because it was hit so hard and on a line, there is absolute confusion here. We have 2 runners standing on second base.
Yeah, there is mass confusion. The umpires are talking. The base umpires said the game's over, a double play. Now here comes Coach McTaggart.
I don't know how we're going to score this, Sweet Lou, but that's a tough call by the umpire. I don't know what's what either.
Now there is some discussion.
So it's not going to be the end of the ball game.
No.
I don't know how that's not going to be a double play because.
Well, the second base is still Bowman's.
But are they? The first thing is we have to know if that line drive was called a catch or not by Jack Perkins in right field. This is mass chaos.
Well, we still don't
know if that was he called.
We've still got Bowman on at second.
So they're saying Riley Potts is safe at first. So what do you give him? It's going to be an E9, and then
so, because Riley Potts Bowman's still on at second,
right?
And they've called Ferguson out.
So Ferguson was out at first.
Ferguson was out on the force play at second base.
Gotcha.
So we've got.
An E?
What do you want to? They haven't put an E up there.
Well, I don't think they.
So they gave. Looks like they gave
Potts a hit.
Potts a hit. They gave Potts a hit. So he's got a hit to right field. Okay, we've got Ferguson is out.
The 9-6 put out for the second out.
He's out on the last play, and Bowman is on at. Still back on at second base. He did not advance. So a wild scenario there, but I think it was the right call because it all depended, like you said, on where that was a catch or not, and you said it. Well, Jay Siegel swings and misses, and he's in a hole now, 0-2. Bowman on at second, Potts on at first. But as I was getting ready to say you called it, it was dropped by the right fielder.
Mm-hmm.
So the base at second is still Bowman's until he advances to third base, even though Ferguson came in. And Ferguson was just dead to right. I mean,
Well,
he had
nothing he can do.
no other base he could go to.
No, there's absolutely nothing you can do on that. That ball smoked. Jack Perkins comes in, makes a sliding attempt, and kind of hits in his glove and then bounces out. And so that that confusion there just throws everyone off.
No balls and 2 strikes to Jay Siegel. 2 outs. Last chance here for the Broncos. Kyle Wade swings and misses, and the game is officially over now. Final score, the Kokomo Wildcats defeat the Lafayette Jeff Broncos here in a North Central Conference match. Number 1 pitchers. Kokomo 4 runs on 5 hits. There were no errors. Broncos no runs, 4 hits, and 2 errors. Winning pitcher was Kyle Wade for Kokomo. Losing pitcher, going down to his first defeat of the season, is Chandler Ferguson. And these 2 teams will match up again tomorrow at Loeb Stadium to see if we can square things away here. But the Broncos 0-2 in the North Central Conference now, as they lost to Logansport last week at Logansport 2-0, and now lose to Kokomo by a score of 4-0. And Chris, there were some opportunities, but we just didn't take advantage of them. Some final thoughts.
Yeah, just a really good pitchers duel there. Defense, we had 2 errors, 2 tough plays. They proved to be costly, but both pitchers threw the ball well. We have to find a way to. I'll say it this way: it's not going to get any easier, because I'm telling you, as good as Kyle Wade was today, the arms that we'll face tomorrow, there will be better arms tomorrow, and so we're going to have to find a way to try to scratch some runs and some hits across if we want to be successful.
Well, thanks for being here. I know you had a busy travel schedule, Chris, so I appreciate you being here helping me out. Again, the final score, Kokomo Wildcats 4 and the Lafayette Jeff Broncos 0. I want to thank the administration here at Kokomo High School, their athletic director. Again, tomorrow, game time 6 o'clock from Loeb Stadium. Don't forget the archives, everyone. Thanks a lot for watching. So long, everyone.